Welcome back, everybody, to our latest pin trading vlog. I've started a series where we casually explore each Walt Disney World theme park for their pin trading locations. The last two episodes, we paid a visit to Disney's Hollywood Studios and Disney's Animal Kingdom, so why not tackle the experimental prototype community of tomorrow, Epcot? Why don't you guys come along? Let's go make some memories together. Before we jump in, I want to show off my traders that I brought with me today, hoping to trade these away for some pretty good things. I've also brought some chasers and some more rare pins in case we run into another guest who might want to trade for something a little bit more unique. Now, full transparency, even though I love Epcot and it's my favorite Disney World park, it's actually my least favorite to trade in. I just don't have good luck in this park, but fingers crossed we can make that change today. Because this is so much more of a casual experience as opposed to our normal pin trading content. I'm not after any certain number of pins. I'm not looking to trade away any certain amount. If we happen to find some good stuff, then good for us. And of course, pin trading locations are always subject to change, whether it be temporarily or permanently. So your pin trading experience in this park may be completely different from mine today. Starting off here in World Celebration in front of the majestic Spaceship Earth, we won't have to travel too far for our first couple of locations. At the base here of Spaceship Earth, we've got two different stores. This one over here is called Pin Traders or the Camera Center, and then Gateway Gifts is over on that side. We're gonna check over here first, because I heard there may be some changes that have recently happened to this store. Oh yeah, sure enough. This whole wall used to be pins. We still have some pins over here, like the mix packs or the mystery packs of things. But yeah, I think they're trying to kind of push people more further into the park to go pin trading now. The outside of Spaceship Earth is a very, very popular location to have guests kind of park themselves and do pin trading. So we'll find the new location later because I've not been able to see it yet. Even though I could tell from afar this pin board didn't have very many good things on it, we'll still get up close and personal. Not a lot of very unique things on this board, but that's pretty typical for this one. I don't usually find many good things on it. It's usually people's first stop. Hi there. Can I see your guys' satchels, please? Awesome, thank you. How are you guys doing? Good. Nothing I see there that I need. Are you doing trivia for your backwards one?
I am doing trivia. Would you like to play?
Yes, let's.
Okay. What is the ragdoll's name in Lilo and Stitch?
Scrump.
Yeah.
Oh, cute. I think I'll leave that for somebody else, but that was fun. Thank you, I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Have a good one.
You too. All right, Gateway Gifts. Oh, there's a Pride one someone traded away. That's a pretty good one. There's an Ursula one. That one's also pretty good. But I will leave those for somebody else. All right, first couple stops, not horrible. We've been running into some cast members who had satchels outside of Spaceship Earth. They had some great finds on there. And then we're gonna stick to the left side over here, over into World Discovery, and hit up those pin boards. But before we go there, we're gonna stop here at Guest Relations. Nothing I see I need, but thank you guys so much, appreciate it. As we make our way over to World Discovery, this is the part of the vlog I like to call, watch out for fakes. So unfortunately, a lot of the pins we've seen today are not authentic pins. They're either intentionally created fake, or they didn't meet the quality inspection by Disney or Disney's creator, and are essentially being sold on platforms like eBay and Amazon in lots of like 25, 50, however much. If you happen to see those lots as you're looking for pins to trade away here at the parks, those are not real, and unfortunately are a huge waste of money. And as you've seen from these boards, they kind of clog them up and make them so it's not a very enjoyable activity to take part in. Make sure you guys are buying through either reputable resellers or Disney themselves. You can wait till you get here at the parks, to your resorts, buy those pins, trade those pins away. So my PSA, just make sure you guys are trading authentically to keep the activity fun and engaging and fair for everyone. So World Discovery is through this little pathway right here. We're gonna actually wait on that for just a second. I'm gonna make my way here into Creation Shop as well before we head that way. But over here in World Celebration Gardens, there's a couple kiosks that have become kind of a permanent location for pin trading, since pin trading has exploded in popularity recently. I don't know what the armadillo is. That actually might be from Lightyear, given the colors. I don't know if this booth will have a board. Sometimes it's usually just one of them. I don't see anything I'm after, but it's good to know that both these stands did have a board today. Awesome. Okay, heading into Creation Shop, which is like the Emporium style store for Epcot. It's the big one where everything's gonna be. I don't think there's gonna be any boards necessarily in here, but should be lots of cast members and lots of satchels and lanyards. So let's go mosey around and talk to some cast members.
I have a, let's see,
Oh, cute. Yeah, you really love Briar Rose. That's awesome. Now, there were definitely more cast members in that store that I could have spoken to, but it is so busy in there, and I'm not trying to take away someone from helping an actual guest versus me who just wants to pin trade. But that means we're moving on to World Discovery, so let's go check out this side of the park. Before we go to any retail stations, we do have a DVC stand over here that could have some. And then right over here, we have a Blue Umbrella, which is like a guest services, guest experience station, and they typically have boards. How are you guys doing?
good, how are you?
Doing well, thank you. Oh, that's a cool Tiana one. Can I see that one up close, actually? Is that okay?
It is a lounge fly.
That's totally fine.
Be ready. I was like, some people are like,
Oh, yeah.
you're kidding.
You know what? I'll go and trade for it. Tiana's my favorite
Yeah,
princess.
let's do it.
And I'm letting cast members pick
Oh, stop.
what they want to trade for from my book.
I think this Goofy caught my
Goofy?
eye. I'm going to do the Goofy.
There you go. It's all yours.
Colorful.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Well, that was a fun first trade. Now, yes, this is a Loungefly pin. It's not an official Disney Parks pin, but Loungefly pins are eligible to be traded in the parks. As long as it is a copyright Disney pin, you are more than welcome to trade it. So I may not hang on to that pin forever, but I do love Tiana. She is my favorite princess along with Aurora, and it's a unique pin. I've never seen that collection before, so we made our first trade. Also, I love letting the cast members pick what they want from my book because it just kind of adds back to the experience. They're so used to guests like myself coming up and asking them to trade, whereas they really don't get to pick because they're not their pins, they're company-driven pins. So I like to kind of give back to the game a little bit more. First stop is gonna be over here at Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind in their gift shop. So over there is the main entrance to the attraction. We're actually gonna go over here towards the exit to Treasures of Xandar, I think is what it's called. And I love when it's out on the counter so I don't have to like actively bother a cast member because I always feel awful when I have to stop them from what they're doing. Okay, I really like that Duffy one. That one's pretty cute. But nothing I see I need. The Happocus is also kind of cool, but I'll leave him for somebody else. I forgot to mention earlier when talking about scrappers and fakes that it's okay to trade for whatever pin you really want. I don't recommend trading for scrappers because, especially if you're purchasing real pins, you're kind of losing the value of said pin. But I've traded for scrappers before that are really cool and they're part of my everyday collection. So I could have traded for that Duffy. I've seen it 1,000 times before. But if you see something and you truly in your heart of hearts want it, go for it. Who cares? Uh-oh, just kidding. We're not actually going in the attraction. We're gonna go over here to the exit to their gift shop. And again, I love when it's on the counter. I don't have to bother anybody. However, I could tell from afar that this was not going to be a great board. And currently, Test Track is closed for its 3.0 update, which is supposed to be opening at some point this year. Got actually a bit more done than last time I was here. This awning is new. They've been testing the cars on the Test Track. Normally their gift shop would have a pin board, but it's been closed for almost a year at this point. But when it reopens, definitely worth a spot checking out. All right, well that's kind of it for World Discovery. Not so much great luck over there. We did make one trade. Now we're gonna head over back into World Celebration Gardens and eventually make our way over to World Nature, which is the other side of this front half of Epcot, what used to be called Future World. I don't know if there's any more locations here in the middle. We did stop at those two stands when we first walked in. There might be something over at Communicore Hall. It is the festival center for Flower and Garden right now, so it could be too busy in there. I know I've seen pin boards during the off season when there's no festival happening. Oh, hold on. Before we go into Communicore Hall, this little pin card over here has a little baby board, a little mini board.
I love your Donald Duck show.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
You're quite welcome.
I do like the bark rubber, but I do already have him, so I'll leave him for somebody else. But I might take the little pirate pig.
I feel like this one will go quick.
Perfect.
And I'll give you
Awesome.
this.
Thank you.
You're quite welcome.
Do you mind if I see your satchel as well?
Not at all.
Oh, I'll go this side. Pirate Piggy acquired. I don't have this one from this set. I'm not aiming to complete it, but it is one of the starter sets you can buy that has, I think, like 4 or 5 different pins, and they're all Pirates of the Caribbean related. So my thought is what probably happened is that someone, likely a young child, purchased that pack, and then the very first board they saw, they probably bought it from there. They just traded away whatever they wanted to. So that's how that Barker bird and the pig ended up on there. So nice little second find there. Because there's so many little things to look at in here. It's always just so peaceful as well. They did a great job with this festival center this time around. I know in the past I've seen like a cast member hang out over here with like a little stand and a board. But I think we're gonna go with nothing today, which is totally fine. Kind of want to stay for the vibes and because it's hot out and it feels nice in here. But we got to keep moving. We got more pins to trade. Welcome to World Nature. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna head over here to the Seas with Nemo and Friends. Oh, well, typically there's a little blue umbrella area here, and I wonder if they just got relocated because of all the extra stroller parking. It is a busy day at Epcot. 25 minutes for Nemo. Well, thank goodness we don't have to ride the Nemo attraction. We can actually head over here through the exit into the Living Seas Aquarium. Sometimes they have it over here in this corner by the like coin machines and stuff like that, or they could have it over here at their registers. And nothing I need, but thank you though. So here's the Land Pavilion, which is like a big indoor section. There's a couple of different attractions inside, quick service location. I oddly don't really ever find pin trading inside of here. We'll ask the cast member outside so that we're not wasting our time going all the way in there. She said depending on staffing, there's a chance. So a chance we will take. She said it would either be up here in the main like little lobby walkway area, which I don't see, or downstairs right outside of Living with the Land. We can also check the check-in desk for Garden Grill, which is the table service character dining location. So is this all blind trades or is it?
Do you want to do the blind trade or do you want to do the...
Do you want a trivia question?
Let's do trivia. Let's do trivia.
I have a good question.
Yes.
Okay. What oldest Disney hotel doesn't have a pool?
I get that one a lot actually. It's the
See,
Tower
okay,
of Terror.
okay,
Yeah.
okay, can I
Hollywood
do a
Tower
different
Hotel.
one?
Yes.
What ride used to be in the Guardians of Galaxy?
Universe of Energy or Ellen's Energy Adventure.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. I have another one.
Okay.
What country was supposed to get a ride, but they didn't end up getting it because there was a disagreement between two of the companies they were like, Disney was sponsoring this company and the ride was going to be sponsored by a different company.
Okay.
And they broke it along.
And it's a country pavilion?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Germany.
Or
Sorry, Japan.
Yeah.
Japan.
Uh-huh.
Because it was Mount Fuji with Fujifilm.
Oh my God.
I
you
know a
do
lot.
that, everything. Okay.
And to tie it even further, Kodak was a sponsor of the Imagination Pavilion, which is why Figment's colors are Kodak's colors.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Another question. What was this building designed to look like?
Oh, I don't know. A mall in the 80s?
You know what? Just for that, you know what? That's the most
I know it's based on seasons, but...
It is to represent a volcano.
Oh.
That's why the tiles going down when you leave the building are red. So it's like
Oh, I did not know that. I learned something.
I thought it was mom.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for the trivia. I really appreciate
yes,
that.
of course.
Yeah, I'll leave the pins for somebody else though.
Okay,
But thank you guys.
appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, that was so sweet. First of all, it pays to ask. I did not even know they had one at Garden Grill, but I stopped and I asked those cast members. I said, "Hey, does the Land Pavilion ever have pins?" And they're like, "Well, we sometimes do." And they got their little satchel and everything. And then they hit me with some good trivia questions. And I love flexing my Disney knowledge to kind of like gloat a little bit. So I like that she was very knowledgeable and that I was able to be knowledgeable back. So that was fun. I want to say their names were Haley, either Haley or Kaylee, and Liam. Those are the two main cast members that helped me. Definitely going to do a cast compliment for them in the Walt Disney World Experience app. So definitely make sure you guys are doing cast compliments. Anytime a cast member does anything, even remotely pleasant for you, smiles in your direction, you can tell cast members having a bad day, or just, you want to be nice. Like, give a cast compliment because they go very, very far in Disney World, and it's always nice to just be nice back. So thank you guys for making my day. I didn't trade for anything, but totally fine. I had fun doing trivia. And of course, it is far too busy at Living with the Land with a 20-minute wait on Easter weekend. So we are gonna pack it up and leave the Land Pavilion. I often forget that technically the Imagination Pavilion is part of World Celebration, which is the center of the park, that land. Same with the Odyssey Pavilion over on the other side of the park. They make like kind of a Mickey shape, more or less. But if we go around here to the left, over here by the attractions exit, we go a lot of exits in this little pin trading series. Hi there, can I see your board, please?
I'm here, Donald Duck fan, with
How-
a wonderful bag.
How are you today?
Good, how are you holding up?
Doing all right, thank you. I'm showing up all the pin trading locations in Epcot.
That's a good idea, because we never read.
Headed back over here to the center of World Celebration. There's Creation Shop right there. And I'm heading into this kind of like little nebulous area that's not quite World Showcase, but not quite World Celebration. It's this bridge that stretches down to World Showcase. Right now, there are a couple of different stalls open for flower and garden merch. There's also a DVC stall over here. I don't think I'm gonna find anything, but there are some stores at the very end of this stretch that do have pins, like pin trading boards. And I also believe it's the new pin trading location, because you remember earlier I said that the one underneath Spaceship Earth, the Epcot ball, moved. Ooh, another blue umbrella. And nothing I need. Up here at the beginning of World Showcase, we've got one store over here named Disney Traders. I believe that's our new pin location. There's also one over here called Port of Entry, which I think is now kind of a more elevated store with like jewelry and clothing, but both should have pins. We'll go check Port of Entry first. That way we can double back and then hit up Disney Traders before we go to Mexico, which is the proper way to start World Showcase. I said what I said. And I believe their pin board is over here against this wall, because the other side is all those sparkly Pandora jewelry. Thank you. Some kind of cute lollipop ones. I don't think they're necessarily real though, but they are kind of cute. And nothing. All right. I'm not sure what it is about Epcot and pin trading and me, because a lot of people say they have great luck at this park, and I just don't know if I'm here just too late or people are just that good at getting all the good stuff on the boards. Heading into Disney Traders. Let's check out this new pin trading experience, setup, situation. Well, I see their board up at their register, and yeah, they have a whole wall of pins now over here, which I think this might arguably be a better section. It's way bigger than the one underneath Spaceship Earth. Oh, they have the Horizons robot. I don't think he's real though, but that's a cool find. Judy Hopps, that one is real. That's part of the Hidden Mickey like Easter egg collection set. I guess it's topical right now with Easter weekend, but I'll still leave it for somebody else. Speaking of Horizons, there's a Horizons license plate, also likely not real. Moving on into World Showcase and over to Mexico, there is actually a surprisingly low amount of pin trading boards and locations here in World Showcase. It's really kind of just one per pavilion. If you watched our KidCot video, where we went and did KidCot at all the different pavilions, we stopped at some of the pin trading boards along the way. So most of them are gonna be at the KidCot stations. There's a few outliers, which I'll point out along the way. But yeah, let's head here inside the pyramid, down to the market, see if we can find anything good on the boards. As you go down this ramp, this little station right here is where KidCot is. We're not gonna stop there because they don't have it here. If you come over here to the left-hand side, there's a store. Oh my gosh, it's so busy in here. There's a store that has the board. Hi there. Can I see your satchel as well? Awesome, thank you. Nothing I need on there. Thank you anyways. I did see this one though. This one kind of caught my eye. I have no idea what it is other than maybe like a tiki room statue dressed in winter wear. Extremely weird. There might be cast members in here with satchels, but holy crap, it's just insane in here. I need to leave. That is the craziest I've seen that room. Did not like that. Making our way here into Norway. Gonna make our way down this stretch towards the back. There's a selection of shops over here on the left-hand side. We're gonna duck into one of those. KidCot Station is right there, and the board is right here. I think that's Valkyrie from Marvel. I do like the Cyan Am pin. I don't know if it's real though. Yeah, I'm gonna go probably not. Ooh, you've got the good stuff. I think I'm actually gonna trade for your Ursula. Let's go for that, yeah.
I've never seen this one before.
Yeah, it's from one of the like flower garden sets. Yeah, it's Piglet, you can go for it.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Wow, wow, wow. Look at that. I actually found one of the 25th anniversary ones on a satchel with a cast member. I do already have this Ursula, but it's great trade bait because this series is pretty difficult to find. These did recently hit retail shelves as blind bags, so they're not as hard to find now as they used to be, but still, a wonderful find. Pressing on here into China, we're gonna turn left and head back into this alleyway towards all, I think that was a bird that almost just hit the camera. It's gonna be in this little stretch of stores over here in the House of Good Fortune. So we're just gonna enter in through this way and then make our way towards about like the middle, later half of the store. And their KidCot Station's gonna be over here in this little nook. And yep, I see their pinboard. I never thought they could make Ronan the Accuser from Guardians of the Galaxy so adorable. Do I want this one? I might leave for somebody else, but that is really cute. Passing through the African-themed refreshment Outpost. This is technically not one of the 11 World Showcase pavilions. Why it's still here, I don't really know. It would be nice to have it be like actual, like Africa, but we have Animal Kingdom for that. But either way, I don't know if there's gonna be many pins over here. We've got some like different vendors, like the wood carvers. There's a festival market over here. I forgot there was blue umbrella sprinkled around here, so we just found another pin board. There is nothing I need on here, but I think those are at one point supposed to be the Muppet Vision glasses. They're very faded if they are. Made it to Germany, and good golly, caramel couche smells so good right now. I'm starving. We're gonna head back here into this little town square, into the next retail location. It's gonna be here in Volkskunst, which is the clocks and teddy bear store. Back here is the KidCot Station, and then of course, their board's right here. Unfortunately though, another bust. Thank you, appreciate it. I don't see anything I need, but thank you for showing me, appreciate it. I know once upon a time, the Christmas store had some pin trading, but like I said earlier, they are always subject to change, and I don't think that's the case anymore. We have now made our way across the world into Italy. And most of the shops over here on this side are gonna be like fancier shops, perfume, purses, creepy theater masks. So typically, I find that higher end stores don't have them. But if we go over here, we have our KidCot stop, which is under that little awning. The board is typically not there. It's in the retail store that's just next to it. Not a whole lot I see on this one, but the Wally Tsum Tsum is always a funny one. Made it into the American Adventure Pavilion, which is kind of our halfway point. We do have a DVC stall that's just right here. They sometimes have pins, even though we've not had great luck at DVC today. Well, and that luck continues because there's no one here to talk to. All right. There is, of course, a KidCot station. We're gonna go over this way towards those pillars and that store, and then it's just right around the corner, kind of in the little seating area. Well, KidCot is right there, but the cast member said that the last he saw it was, I think, over here. I had trouble understanding with him, so he pointed in this direction, so that's where we're going. Not related to pin trading, but hello? Aha, this crowd, they're here for the pins. Unfortunately, that crowd really didn't mean much because there's nothing good here. We've made it to Japan. We're gonna head down this way, and it's a long stretch towards the back of the castle gates. Going back to what that cast member at the Land Pavilion was quizzing me on, this would have been the entrance to the attraction that Japan was supposed to get, which was a Mount Fuji coaster. So this giant castle was more than just now a retail location and a KidCot station. Would have been a queue for an amazing coaster. Over here is the little kawaii display. There's Mitsukoshi department store. And then over here is probably the coolest KidCot station. How are you today?
Good. Yeah.
Doing all right. I'm actually going to trade for the one that he just traded away because that is a good find. All right, we'll grab Dory, which is one of the 25th anniversary collections.
I like this one.
This one right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Sweetie.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a great day. I love when this happens. There was a guest in front of me. I saw this in his hand. I said, I pray that you trade that away. He actually traded for something good. He traded for a Munchling pin. It's a Munchling I already had, so it's okay. But I did not have this Dory 25th anniversary one. I got 2 25th anniversary pins in one day. I'm gonna consider that kind of a guest trade. I kind of traded with that guest, even though I traded with the Japanese cast member. Either way, I got my pin. I'm happy. Made our way here into Morocco. And there are 2 places here. One is the KitKat station, which is kind of buried a little bit that way if you turn the corner. And then over here at Spice Road Table, which is a restaurant, but they typically have like little satchels laid out on their check-in podium. Are they ever good? Not really. But I like that they have at least like 3 or 4 of them. Yeah, see, they've got a lot of little satchels up here. Nothing I need, but again, I'm glad that they do lay them out like that. It's fun to come check. KitKat station's gonna be here through this little courtyard. We're actually gonna walk straight ahead towards that little doorway, like against the wall. It's very, very tucked away. This Dumbo was the first thing that caught my eye. That's actually really cute. I don't think I've ever seen this collection before. Dumbo was cute, but I left it for somebody else. Made our way into France. And before we go seek out the KitKat station and their board, there is a blue umbrella over here on the right behind this little wine booth. Oh, the Marie coffee cup is cute. Actually, might trade for that one. Cool. Ah, there we go. Thank you guys, appreciate it. Not really a pin I was after, but it is cute. It's a cute collection. Not the biggest Marie fan, even though I do like the Aristocats, but it also felt appropriate being here in the France Pavilion to trade for a French cat pin. To make our way back to the KitKat station and board, we're gonna walk past Chefs de France over here on the left and fight through this crowd to get to the top here. Then we'll turn left and it'll be in the same room that is the exit to the show they have here, either Beauty and the Beast sing-along or Impressions de France, and the patisserie, the bakery. KitKat board is over there in that corner. However, if you flip around, their board is usually on this stand right here. And I don't know if I'm supposed to grab anything from it because it's kind of turned away from me. I do see one of the droids on there, even though I'm not quite after that series. I don't know why it struck me until just now, but I don't think I've ever checked back here in the Ratatouille expansion. I don't think they have a board, but they do have a little merchandise cart with Ratatouille merch. And the cast member there could have a satchel. As I expected, extremely busy. I did, however, see a cast member with a satchel, but these eyes are trained to see from afar. Good pins, and good pins I did not see. Before we head down into the UK Pavilion, we're actually gonna come over here to this little pin kiosk for their pin board. And then afterwards, we might head down here towards International Gateway, towards, I think, World Traveler's the name of the store. I don't typically find a board there, but we won't be thorough unless we say we tried. What are these ones? I just saw someone trade them away. What are these?
I don't know exactly. I want to say they're part of a mystery set, maybe?
I've never seen them before. 'Cause there's that one, and then this Daisy one for a cruise line. I might leave them for somebody else, but that is a pretty interesting find.
Right.
Can I see your satchel as well?
Of course.
Awesome, thank you, appreciate it. Those were really cool pins, but because they were gold on the back, and I'd never seen them before, my fear is that they weren't real, but the Daisy one was really cool. Like, I probably should trade for it. Maybe I will if I go back, because maybe Matt will want that pin. He likes Daisy, and we love the cruise ships. I don't know, very confusing. World Traveler, thank you. Nothing I need, but thank you though, appreciate it. You too. And just like that, those pins are gone. It's always fun to like retrace your steps sometimes, especially like smaller parks like Hollywood Studios. It's really easy to like bounce around and check all the same boards over and over and over again, because they could literally change the very second that you walk away from them. So, oops, squirrel almost got ran over. So definitely worth checking again. Maybe not a huge park like this with Epcot unless you're just literally wanting to do laps around World Showcase all day. So even if I wanted it, it's gone. But I'm glad someone got it. They were cool pins, and I'd rather they have it than me. All right, made it here to the United Kingdom UK Pavilion. This one, I feel like this board sometimes does move. It's not with their Kid Cot board. Also, the band is playing, so I might have to get really loud here in a second. They do have a couple of retail locations that might have some pins on satchels. The Toy Soldier, which is that store right ahead of me, is where the Kid Cot board is. But over here into Crest and Crown and Crest, is usually where I find the board. So we'll just go in here first and then mosey our way around. And there we go, right there on the desk. We're not super far from the fish and chip shop, it's just right across the way. And this whole store smells like a combination of fish and chips and like grandma perfume. You poor cast members. How are you today?
Good, thank you. And you?
Doing all right. I like the Flotsam and Jetsam, but I already have them, so I'll leave them for somebody else. Thank you. Do you mind if I see your pins real quick? Is that okay? Thank you. Oh my gosh, they're all Duffy and Friends.
I did, yeah.
I was gonna ask if you planned that.
It was carefully like planned.
Those are so cute. And finally, before we leave the UK, occasionally I will find a pin board, or at least a cast member holding a pin board, outside of Rose and Crown. Now this is a bar. I guess there's a restaurant inside, but it's first and foremost a bar. And so I don't typically find pins near alcohol locations because you don't want to bring kids near alcohol, I guess, which makes sense. But I don't see anybody today, but we could still ask. Ooh, I might trade for the popcorn one. That's a good one. I think that's a new series.
What one do you want to give up?
You can have any of them. We're going for the orange bird plane? Perfect. There we go. And I'll grab Dumbo popcorn. Awesome. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. You too. Another great find. I like how I said at the very beginning that this is the park I have the least luck in. I'm getting way more than I normally do. So it's not a good representation of my normal experience here, but I'm glad you guys are having a better experience with my trading today. This is from, I think, like one of those single blind bags. It's a bunch of different characters themed as different things. So you'll see like mailboxes or shoes or random objects. In this case, it's popcorn, and it's fitting because Dumbo, elephants, circus, popcorn, you get it. We've reached our 11th and final World Showcase Pavilion, and it might be our like final stop on the entire tour. I think we've seen everything. Now there's two locations, potentially two. One of them is for sure gonna be the Kid Cot station, but that is way ahead and down a path and under a waterfall and 3 to 5 business days. It's very, very far away. So we're not gonna go there yet. We're gonna go up these stairs up to, oh, the construction's done. We're gonna go up these stairs, and then in these shops over here on the left, sometimes there's a board. If not, this is retail. And retail means maybe some pin satchels. But yeah, definitely wanna go poke around and look at the construction because I think might be a DVC lounge. They've been very eager about opening new DVC lounges lately. Nothing I need, but I'm glad that there is one up here. Appreciate it, thank you. These stairs, and this just area has been under construction for a very long time, so we can actually reach our Kid Cot board a little faster going this way. It also just feels weird going up this way. I haven't been up here in a long time. I really wish that this could have got turned into, say, a quick service location, something a bit more for everybody other than DVC. Kudos to you if you have DVC, happy for you, love that you guys have another lounge. But Canada, I feel like, struggles having just food every day during the year. But yeah, new DVC lounge, or going to be, I don't know if it's quite open yet, but here in this little building. DVC rep did have a satchel, busy with other guests, and these eagle eyes didn't see what I wanted. Coming down these stairs, that's actually supposed to be the waterfall. It is turned off. I wasn't joking about a waterfall. This right on here is Canada Far and Wide. This is the attraction for this pavilion. We're gonna continue down this way and head over towards what would be the Far and Wide exit. So the pathway I would normally have to take it down here before the construction happened, which you can still take, is this pathway right here, and it spits out, and up there is that main like World Showcase loop that I've been walking on. Right here is Le Cellier Steakhouse, and we're gonna flip around this way towards the exit of Canada Far and Wide, and in this little nook is Kid Cot and pins. We got some Tsum Tsums. Oh, I'm definitely gonna trade for the Todd coffee mug. That's a good one. Most of the other cast members took all the other good stuff. You guys are my final stop.
Maybe Jasmine?
You wanna go for Jasmine?
Yeah.
Cool, yeah. There we go. Thank you guys, appreciate it. Since I'm not too far away from the France Pavilion, my thought is that whoever bought the pack of coffee mug character pins also stopped here, since, again, I'm not too far. So, got my Todd one here. He is very cute. It's not a set I'm particularly really fond of, but it's nice seeing characters like Todd, who are otherwise just kind of ignored by Disney. I don't know, I like Fox and Hound. I think it's cute. I think they're very cute characters. We'll make one final stop here at this DVC booth, because I see they're bored. And here's the pin board, nestled safely by the fireplace. But aside from their very clever Wally Mickey creation, nothing I need. Well guys, there you have it. That is a wrap on another round of pin trading, this time at Epcot, showing you guys all the different pin trading locations across this massive park. I had a blast today with all the different pins I found. I didn't find quite as many as I usually do, but I think my luck has turned around here at Epcot a little bit. All right, we got our Dumbo popcorn. We got our 2 mugs for Todd and Marie, our Princess Tiana tea mug, our little piggy pirate, and of course we got 2 of the 25th anniversary ones from Boards / kind of a guest trade with that one. These 2 alone made the trip 100% worth it, because I have not found any of these, I don't think, in any vlogs ever. So it's really great to find those. Oops, sorry, Piggy. Really great to find those. If you guys haven't done so already, make sure you guys like our videos, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, the way you guys get updates on all of our future adventures. And let me know 2 things in the comments. 1, what was your favorite pin I traded for today? And 2, if there's a location I happen to have missed, let me know in the comments, because I tend to walk the same paths every single time I come and do pin trading here at the parks. So if there's a favorite location of yours that I happen to glance right over, please tell me. And as always, thanks for making memories with us. I've been Adrian. See you guys next time. Bye.